Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video, we are going over the Mezco toy fair that just recently happened. It was 3 days prior to today, uh, but it was pretty badass. They revealed a lot of things, a lot of crazy things. They've blown people out the water with some of the things they revealed. Um, and I just cannot wait to get into it. So starting off with day one, all the like the MDS things are not gonna go over because I don't really collect those. We're just gonna go over the 1/12 scale reveals, and so one of the first ones they revealed was Superman. He looks so badass. I really love the classic suit that he has. I love the color to this as well. Of course, Superman fits with the with Mezco, definitely. All the other Superman other people love. I skipped out on some of those because those weren't like some of my favorite Supermans. This one looks like more of the comic book classic version of him. So this one might be a must for me. Depends on the price as well. Um, so I really love that one as well. So that's definitely a pickup. We're gonna pick that one up as well. Then a lot of people know for sure we're gonna get the Halloween Michael Myers Mezco 1/12. We knew for sure we're gonna get that. He looks so badass. I love that one shot of the picture they took with the blood going down his face or his mask or whatever. It's so badass, man. I cannot wait to get that as well. I kind of sold some of my NECA horror figures just because I know Mezco was coming out with their own figures. So I prefer the Mezco versions of these guys, and they come with like more accessories, and you know, I'm for sure gonna pick up the horror line as well. And then the biggest surprise was they're gonna actually do the Crow. The Crow was a badass reveal. It was on the left field. I was actually surprised that they actually did the Crow. To be honest with you, I never seen the movie, the original movies. Yeah, I know. I never seen the original movies, but as far as the look, I think they nailed the look of him. Yeah, he looks badass as well. So for you people who love the Crow, this is definitely one for you. Then another one they revealed was the Rumble Society. It looks like Poseidon, maybe, or Zeus. It could be either or. At first, when they revealed it, I thought for sure it was like God of War, Zeus, or somebody. But it says Rumble Society at the end of it. Rumble Society is kind of like their own IP. So definitely was not Zeus from God of War, but I mean, he fits with the whole Baron Ben's character that they have, which is, like I said, their own IP. I guess there's like a comic run that they have and one of those things, and I guess he's in the comic. So, for you people who collect like the Rumble Society figures, definitely one for you. And then the last big reveal for that first day one was the Fantastic Four. They looked so badass as well. I mean, it was pretty big. Now, I wonder if they're just gonna sell them as a whole, kind of like the Warriors set, or they're gonna put them like one by one. Honestly, I would prefer uh, a reasonable price and sell them in one big package. But because one by one, you're probably gonna pay more one by one. But I would prefer the whole big pack. And then there was just like this green monster arm. So I wonder who could that be. I wonder if that's like Abomination or somebody. Not really sure. Not familiar with Fantastic Four villains, but he looked. I'm pretty sure that was just like a person that they put or character they put in there for the picture. But they look amazing. I love the classic suits that they have, and that storm looks fire. Real talk. So then that was pretty much it with day one. So now let's get on to day two. So day two, they started off the day revealing some Planet of the Apes figures. So now they're from the 1972 movie. Um, I love this movie. Growing up as a kid, I loved like the 2001 movie that they had with Mark Wahlberg. And back in the days, my father took me to that movie, and that whole day, it was one of the most memorable. And he took me to a lot of movies, but that was one of the most memorable experiences I had because we were so excited going into it. And then when we left, we're running around. I was a kid, so we're running around pretending we were monkeys and gorillas and all that. So yeah, that that movie right there has a special place in my heart. So, but this is the '72 movie. So seeing like the monkeys with the or gorillas with the submachine guns is badass as well. I wonder if that's gonna be a 3-pack as well. But they look so badass. So if you pick up that Dr. Zaius, he's gonna go with them as well. And then one of the biggest reveals nobody seen coming was the original classic suit X-Men Wolverine in the yellow and blue version. Definitely a must for me. I definitely need that. That's one Wolverine I prefer. I haven't really collected Wolverine. I mean the X-Men line for Mezco, but this one for me is a must as well. And then they revealed another Rumble Society shark. So I'm not familiar with this one as well because, like I said, it's in that whole little comic IP run that they have. Um, so not familiar with this one, but I want to see how the final product comes out. So maybe I could use that as like a king shark or whatever. I just got to see the final product. And if he kind of looks like a human shark, I definitely could pick that up for King Shark until we get a King Shark figure. Um, and then the biggest reveal nobody's seen coming was the Power Rangers White Ranger. He looks so badass as well. I think Mezco fits with the Power Rangers line. He's in the classic suit. I love the pose that he's in. It's so badass as well. I can't wait. I wonder if they're gonna do because you can't do one Ranger and not do the other ones. So this one's a must for me as well. Like I haven't really got into the Lightning connection, but if Mezco was gonna do it for sure, it's a must for me. I have to pick that one up. And then one of my personal biggest favorites of the reveals was Gaslight Batman. Seeing Gaslight Batman, I know people's like, another Batman. But this one's a little bit different from the other Batmans that they've done. Because this was a whole unique version of a comic run for Gaslight. They have the movie as well. The movie's not the best in the world, but I really love the Gaslight versions. And I love this Batman. It's definitely a must for me, man. I'm definitely gonna pick this one up. And then last but not least, they revealed Ultraman. So, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of Ultraman. We seen like teased of him at last year's Toy Fair. So now we actually see him in his promotional shots. Yeah, I mean, can't really say much. I don't really collect Ultraman, but he looks pretty. He looks okay, especially in Mezco's form as well. And I kind of think I missed day 2 and day 3 together because I believe the last reveal for day 2 was Power Rangers. So with day 3 was Batman, I believe so. Because then they also showed off Ghost Spider, and she looked so badass as well. Her character is one of my favorites. I used to play the mobile app Contest of Champions, and I used to love her character. She was so badass in there as well. So this was a must for me. And then I'm slowly building a Spider-Man collection. So she's gonna fit with them. She's I don't know. She's gonna be a little bit taller than the Marvel Legends, but she's gonna go with them regardless, anyways. And then they revealed a kind of like a spray painter guy from the Rumble Society. Not really sure what that was about, but I'm not sure. They revealed some of these Rumble Society characters for Toy Fair, and I'm not, and I wasn't really sure if I was gonna like that. I understand, it's their own IP, but some of us are just gonna skip some of those, because some of those big gigantic packages, that they just add all this unnecessary stuff, and the prices jump, and I skip out on those. So like I said, not a huge fan of those, so I'm most likely gonna skip out on that. But like I said, somebody's probably hyped for this as well. He reminds me of this old game. It was called Echo something. I forgot the name of that game, but in that game you're like the spray painter guy. You're going around tagging up things, but that's what it reminds me of. So whatever. And then the biggest reveal from the whole day, everybody was absolutely shocked that they actually revealed Destro. So now they're hitting the GI Joe line. So pretty interesting that they went with Destro first out of everybody. But another toy company getting into the GI Joe line, trying to get some of that money, as well as Power Rangers. And yeah, man. I mean, honestly, I would, even though that was pretty hype, everybody was shocked that Mezco dropped that bomb on us. I would prefer to get other characters, man, like other things that nobody's done before. And I mean, seeing the same old characters, like I seen people saying, they want Ninja Turtles. I'm like, dude, how many Ninja Turtle figures do you need, man? I mean, there's literally like 3, 4 other companies doing Ninja Turtles at the moment right now. Even though the Ninja Turtles are pretty hard to get from those companies, you know. The only thing I could say about Mezco is Mezco, you are able to get some of these figures. They've done a way better job dealing with bots than other companies. And so you are able to get your pre-orders in, and plus what they do is they don't really have like exclusives to their websites, so they're able to push it out to other companies like Big Bad Toy Store or wherever you get your action figures from. So that's the only good thing I could say about Mezco. So if you missed out on previous figures from other companies, Mezco is actually a good company to get your figures from as well. But there are on the pricier side as well. They can run from somewhere between $80 to $125, or probably even more, because we just seen that the box that they had for this little toy fair that they had, and that was like 175 with a whole bunch of unnecessary stuff. It's funny too because they actually made a shirt that says a haters club, like we hate the haters. And interesting that they made a shirt about that, so they actually know that people are complaining about some of these things. And interesting that they're calling people like me, who was actually bragging, I mean, talking about their products, and calling us haters. I mean, I wouldn't, I wouldn't go like that. I mean, they feel like we're criticizing them. We're giving them fair criticism. Like, hey, these are a little overpriced. Some of these things we actually don't want. We prefer other things. Maybe take out a few of those products or those little accessories so you could dip down that price a little, because paying $175 for action figures like Hot Toys price, and this is a 1/12 scale figure. And so I don't know, man. I'm just gonna go down a whole rant about Mezco. But yeah, that was pretty much it for Toy Fair. I think it was a good Toy Fair. I think they, like I said, they surprised a lot of people. We kind of knew from teasers that we're gonna get some of these figures, but of course they had those big bombs as well. We knew for sure we're getting a Fantastic Four and Michael Myers, but we didn't know we are gonna get all the Fantastic Four. We thought we'd get some of those, and gives us a chance for them to actually do a Doctor Doom. That's one that a lot of people want as well. And I kind of wish that when it comes down to DC characters, I kind of wish they'll get away from Superman and yes, some Batmans, and yeah, just get away from them and start doing other characters, because they were doing other characters like Mister Freeze. They did Two-Face as well, and some other characters, or KG Beast. So I kind of wish they would stick down those like rare characters we barely see in action figure form. So, but yeah, the classic Superman looks pretty badass as well. So yeah, a lot of good reveals. Super hyped. Can't wait for other companies to do their reveals. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Mezco Toy Fair for 2021. Let's see what happens with San Diego Comic Con, and I'm not sure if they do New York Comic Con. I don't remember, but for sure San Diego Comic Con. Let's see what they do for that. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting. What an interesting year. Hopefully other companies as well. We have to hear things from McFarlane, or other companies has been doing some mini ones. so I'm not really sure. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. If you guys like this video, I really appreciate it. Also, please subscribe as well, helps the channel out tremendously. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know down in the comment section down below what you guys think about Mezco. Which ones are you guys interested in? Love to hear you guys' comments. You guys have a wonderful, amazing day. I see you guys later.